What's up, nerds? Welcome back to ice fishing. We are out here trying to fish for anything that bites today. Hopefully we get some keepers. That would be neat. Also, guess who's back?
It's been a week, okay? Look, I sliced my foot open pretty good last week on the old drill, and as you guys probably saw, and I'm back. It's been a week. I'm gonna be walking a little gingerly because I don't want to break open one of the wounds that should have got stitched but just got glued. And really, I just want to catch one fish and not get hurt. That's all I want to do. That's it.
But wait, there's more. Check this out. Yak Attack actually sent us this. So we now have a fully fledged, ready to go survival kit slash first aid kit. So if Paul does, when I impale myself, which there's actually a stomach impalement kit in there, thank the Lord, we'll be ready. We'll be good to go. So we're safe this time. Well, ish. We're gonna be safer this time. We're gonna go hit the ice again. We're fishing for anything that bites. So we're gonna scout for a little bit, see if we find a spot. And we do have the pop-up today, so we can have a little shelter, if you will. So
if we get on them, we're gonna get on them.
We will get on them. So come along with us. It's gonna be a blast. Let's hit it. My favorite part about getting on any lake is taking the sled down a little hill. Here we go. Woohoo! So I'll start with the drill today?
No.
Oh. I'm drilling. All right. You need redemption? So I figure we triangulate around this area. This time I'm actually going to film this of you digging a hole. If it happens again, I got to get the footage.
There's no time like the present to redeem yourself.
I want everybody knowing on record. One, I offered to drive you to the hospital. You said it was 2 minutes away and you're too much of a man to let me drive you. Two.
I just said no, I'm good.
Two, you want to drill the holes today. I offered to drill these holes. He said no. So everybody who's about to yell at me and call me a bad friend, shut up, you're wrong. Wide stance.
Yeah, we're gonna be wide stance here.
Here we go. You saw it here first, folks. The gingerly start. There we go. Okay. We did it.
Well, 10 minutes to drill one hole.
All right, so we're scouting you guys, so we're gonna drop the Vexi in. Just slam that on the ice.
Sure did.
So unfortunately, Vexilars do not show up on camera, so we can't show you what we're seeing, but we're gonna drop it in. We switch it to the first setting, and then we take a look at depth right here. Shallow as heck. All right, we gotta go way deeper. So we're going way out here.
I don't even know what I'm doing anymore.
Dude, I didn't either, but I've been catching fish, so it's in your blood. Here we go, marks are back in. Sitting at 11 feet right now. Between 11 and 12, I got 2 marks coming in and out. There we go. Got one. Bluegill, it feels like. Yep, gilly, not a keeper, but a gilly, a start. We're following, we're leaving, I'm dropping. There we go. Got a gilly spot. Oh, nope, that's not a gill. Is it? It might be big. Nope. Just a tickle stick fish.
Run a jig?
Yeah. Jig with a waxy.
All right.
The old pink. This jig has not left this ice fishing rig in 3.5 years.
Hey.
And like it's been on. I've caught fish on it. It's beat to not, it's not even pink anymore. It's silver with hints of pink. There we go. Truth. I'm wearing big wool socks today. Oh no, we're in this size fish. Let's see if this holds true. Yesterday I was fishing off the bottom a lot. Today, all my catches have come at 11, 12 feet. And like, if I put my jig at 11 to 12 feet, I've had fish come in for it. So let's see if that still works here. Yeah, hopefully. Oh, there's marks. Dude, it's working again. On them. That might be a move.
Oh my God.
Do I win? What do I get? World's tiniest perch. No, go the other way, dummy. I should have just, that should have been bait.
Yep, next time it'll be bait.
Damn it. I tip up.
Yep.
Yeah, I got tip ups ready. You guys, I'm dumb. Next time. Especially if it's a baby perch. That'll be the move. There's another red mark. Will you take the pink jig? There we go. That's gill. Whoa, okay. Okay. Oh, taco perch, baby. All right, you guys, let's test out the Aqua Vu. So this is that Micro 5 HD. So you can see we got all our buttons on here. Turn this sucker on. There we go. Now, there's the camera. You see me. Ta-da, right? Not sure how good the glare is gonna be here, but let's check it out. One cool thing about this is you can see is there's a little release tab, and then you can actually spool this thing. We've got it set to horizontal view, so we can look side to side all around. And then I just drop the line just like that. And there's actually, see it on side here, this little stem here, which makes it easy to just crank that back up. So we're in about 14 feet of water. And drop down until I start seeing some cover. There's my cover. And then, oh, there's a fish right there. A bluegill staring me right in the face. Good size one too. I'm not sure how much you guys are going to be able to see in this situation, being outside, unfortunately. But once we get into our ice shelter, there you go. That's a bass. I am staring a bass in the face, buddy.
B-A-S-S?
B-A-S-S.
Who do we appreciate? Largemouth.
Oh my, he's skinny, but long. Could be a 15-incher, maybe. He just swam away. Way to go, me. Scared him off with the camera. Love it. There's a, what is that? Oh, there's a big bluegill staring me right in my face. There's nothing like turning the camera and then you just see two side eyes just staring at you. Well, cool. So most of all, it's really helpful. I would say if you're in like a cloudy day, it's going to be a lot easier to see this than on a sunny day. So you can see I'm reeling it back up nice and easy. So up and down quick. I do like that feature a lot. That is cool. Very smart of them to do it that way. And then you just there's like a little latch on the back. You guys can see here. You just latch that in and then it won't unspool on you. And you turn it off, conserve your battery. There you go. So we'll try that again when we're inside. And I don't know what you guys rate my setup here. This is not how it's built to go, but I have this little clamp right there that you can see. And actually, shoot, this bass is right here. I got this clamp that you guys can see there, and you're able to attach it to your ice fishing combo, like whatever you guys use. If you use Vexilar, Markham. We have the Vexilar Gens pack here, and it's got this blue little handle that you can use, which is cool. And I just kind of clamped it on there. Definitely wasn't the ideal setup, but it works. This bass is like, no thanks, bro. Literally just dipped out. But they're sitting off the grass line for sure. Oh, he's coming for it now. Now he's looking. There we go. Got a bluegill. This would be the gilly we're, hey, a little better. Probably my best gill of the day. Still not really an eater. There you go. So that was, I think that was the gill that was staring at us on the Aqua View. So we just did it. We just used the view the way it's supposed to be used. Look at us go. We are inside of the ice fishing hut right now. We aren't catching squat. Caught a bunch of fish earlier today, and then we've been just kind of like bouncing around trying some different spots. But really, we're here to talk about a micro camera. And yes, I have my nerd glasses on for this specifically. But we're talking about a micro camera that we just got from Aqua Vu. Check that out. So that's the Micro HD 5, little 5-inch screen there. And I've been playing around with it a bit today. I want to do a quick full review on it using our 5 different categories that we like to rate all our equipment that we use on.
Aggressively average assessment.
That's what it is. So we're going to go through those 5 points real quick with you, and check this out. I like this setup. I've actually got it attached. This is called the Frankenstein build right here to my Vexilar Gens pack.
It's
so
the Frankenview.
Yeah, the Frankenview, if you will. So you've got the Vexilar where I can turn that on and I can use my flasher settings there. And then I've got the camera if we're like, this is how the day has been going. It's like, hey, we got weed cover. We're at a good depth. It looks like there's fish here. And then I drop the camera down. Turns out
there ain't nothing.
There were no fish. We're just playing ourselves, man.
There was the bottom of the lake, though. We did find that.
We did find the bottom of the lake. We found a few fish here and there, but mostly right now we're in a dead spot, so we're going to move in a second. But we figured take a quick break, you know, kind of dust ourselves off a little bit, and let's talk about this camera and how it's been working for us today. So,
and we've got some basis for comparison. We have a different Aqua Vu camera that we've used in the past for ice fishing.
A big one,
more built out, more features, but way more expensive. And I think that's where we're gonna find the sweet spot with this camera.
So again, this is the Micro Revolution 5 HD, and this camera specifically is about $299. Maybe you can find it on sale. They reached out to us for the first time in like 3 years. I haven't talked to to them in forever. They're like, hey, do you want to try this cam? They actually have a different setup that they just came out with that sounds cool, but we don't have the equipment for, so we said no. And they're like, hey, what if we send you this one instead? And we said, sure, why not? Mostly because, one, I can attach it to the Gens pack as you see here, so I can have both of these, and it's really easy to like quickly drop the camera, confirm what we're dealing with or not. And then the other option is I want to get this mounted on the kayak, and that will allow us to check out underwater footage of some lures. Now we can't record for this one, unfortunately. That's on the bigger setup that I have, but on this one we can take a look under the water and see what the action is like on lures that we want to review in the future and check out in the future. And ultimately I think it'd be cool to just go to spots we know we like, and it's always nice to be able to see what the heck is actually going on underwater and what that structure looks like.
You think you know.
You have no idea.
You are so wrong.
So these little mini cameras, they're pretty cool, man. I've liked the other Aqua Vu that we've had. There's a couple things we'll talk about as we run through our review here. So let's dive right in, shall we? Oh, there is a fish. Bluegill. 2. Probably that direction.
Bluegill, come back.
One of the issues that I'll point out right away with these types of cameras is knowing which direction your camera is facing. Check it out. We got some fish in the distance here, you guys, that we can see.
Let's try the spoon.
Now we're no longer in a dead spot. Now we actually have fish somewhere in the vicinity. Fairly cloudy water, but we might be able to draw some fish in towards us. So while Paul tries to catch them, I'll talk about a few of the features of this thing that I think are fairly neat. One, we got this cover right here, so this doesn't have to get all snowy and wet. If we're having some crazy weather, I can close it up. If I'm outside right now and like running and gunning and all of that. HD imagery, so I can see really well, and it also has an IR setting. Oh dude, look at this gill. Right there. Yeah, they're looking right at your jig. I see him. I see your jig. Dude, can you see this? All right, so Paul has a bluegill on the jig right there, you guys. This is a great example of what you use the Aqua Vu for. He's actually running a spoon, sorry. So this bluegill is staring Paul's spoon down, dead in the face, and not biting. And you can get some feedback. He's leaving.
I'm going for the higher one.
Yep, you can get some feedback from having a camera down there. Vexilar, like flashers, are great too. Kind of see if fish are following you or not. In this case, we can see another one's coming in, dude. We can see Paul's spoon moving around, and we can see if the fish are keying in on it. Right now, they're not. They're looking at it, staying about a foot away, and they're moving, which is telling us spoon's maybe not the move. Now, if he gets a bite, awesome. We move. We keep fish and stuff like that. He's got a wax worm on there. Hey, this guy's coming to check it out. Coming in. Oh, the big one dipped out, and this guy dipped out. Now he's going towards the camera, and now he's leaving.
But he is pretty.
That's a pretty fish. He's leaving. All right, so what do we learn from that, Paul?
I'm gonna go back to my jig.
We're going back to the jig. But that's the thing, is like, one, you can confirm cover really quick. 2, you can see, you know, if you're seeing fish follow you around on a flasher, you can see if they're actually interested or not. In this case, we just found out, are they interested in the spoon? No. No, they're not. Other than that, we do have some menu settings here. I can up the backlight even more. It goes up to a 10. You need to go to a 10 if you're outside the hut. Inside the hut, I can see this. When sun is baking down on the screen, it is near impossible to see. It does have an IR mode, so we can go to like black and white. If you have really dark water or dark conditions under the ice, like it is really necessary to have a setting like this so you can actually see what's going on. For the most part, we've got some pretty clear imagery here, so I can leave the IR off. It does have a magnetic charger on the side there, so it goes straight to a USB. And then that plug also has a video in/out option so that you could plug this into a TV if you wanted to as well and see this on a big screen. Other than that, I want to point this out. Down beneath, you got this very convenient reelable setting, right? So I can reel this up and down nice and easy. So I can draw my camera up pretty quick here. We're coming to the surface and we're up. There's the camera. So quick up and down, and now you can see we are viewing Paul's face. How are you feeling, Paul?
Sad.
Out of the box, they actually have this option as well. Now this would be better when we're kayak fishing, but this is something you could use for ice fishing as well. It's a camera housing, so it goes around this. Having that fin on it helps it, kind of like having a skeg or a rudder, keeps it in place a little bit better, so that can help you out a lot. Okay, so design innovation on this. I do like that it is a micro camera that's easy to clamp onto a whole bunch of different stuff.
But look out, I mean, it's sturdy. Right? Like, because it's a small screen, it actually works in your favor in this type of instance. Because it's probably going to be an auxiliary camera. It's not like the only thing you're going to use. It could be, but I like the small size, lightweight, and then that arm rock solid.
There could be a lot cooler features to this.
Yeah.
We could have video out or USB out so that we could actually do some recording of the screen on it at this point. I'm sure they can figure that out on a small package like this now. Shouldn't be that hard. Design wise, I got to give it a few knocks. Here's why. Number one, this top mount I hate, right? I really would want this on the bottom instead. I would say top sucks, side would be better, bottom would be best in my opinion. So the problem with this is, like, if I want to set it up on my Vexilar, I want to set it up above a fish finder, it's just not gonna, it doesn't make it easy. It would be a lot easier if it was mounted on the bottom, because I could stand it up almost like vertical above this and still see my flasher really easy. The way I have this set up right now is the best I could set this up for. You got to crank this arm out to the side a little bit so you can see your Vexilar and you can see the camera. Related to that, when I got this, I had to super glue the screw in part right there. It actually fell out immediately. So you have this little connector here that allows you to attach to this bad boy. So when I screwed this in, there was a little like insert, and that insert fell out. It was just like shoved in there, it just fell out of it. So that was a problem. I ended up super gluing it, and now we're good. It's rock solid. So that said, I shouldn't have to do that as a brand new product out of box. That's why it gets a knock on there. So as far as like a 2025 review, design innovation, this has got to be like a 3. All right, moving to user experience next. So user experience, I honestly, with the ability to drop the camera quick, reel it up quick, that's huge. That right there is huge, because the other Aqua Vu you have a giant spool of heavy cable, and you have to wrap it around, right? And they do make some additional accessories where you could like mount it to a bracket and you spin the whole dang thing, but it's just bulky, it's just heavy. This one, it's light, it's easy to use, it clamps onto just about everything, and being able to reel that camera up really fast, I think it's awesome. Out of the box, it had a QR code to a video for instructions on setup. It was easy to set up. There wasn't really anything to do at all. There was like one little wire piece, this thing that just snaps onto it so that you can hold the camera horizontally or have an upward view instead of just a downward view. It has those 3 views that are easy to use with the camera. Turning it off and on, there's not a lot of settings you have to use. So I'd say overall, very pleasant user experience. It is not perfection because, one, the view, the contrast of the screen, you have to adjust the brightness, the backlight, and the contrast every time you turn it on. It resets the settings. So maybe there's something in there. I'll take the heat on that. If there's some setting I'm missing on Aqua Vu where you can reset the defaults, I'm sure there is. And in fact, I'm going to check right now because it shouldn't take me more than a few seconds to check. There's nothing that I can see in terms of settings that would allow me to do that. So if there were a way to set the defaults the way you want it, I think that'd be great. The fact that it resets to low backlight, like 5 out of 10 on the backlight or 6 out of 10 on the backlight, every time you turn it off and on, that's annoying because I turn it off and on all the time as I'm running and gunning throughout the day because I don't want to just waste the battery on it. Otherwise, reeling up of the camera is huge to me.
I would agree.
And the ability to add this to different accessories, I think that's good, and it's just so easy to use the whole setup all together. So I'm thinking a 4 out of 5. What do you think?
Yeah, on user experience, I think, especially compared to I talked about the other Aqua Vu camera we have, which
that's
is very
like
nice
3.
and premium.
Yeah.
But like it takes a bunch of setup. There's a bunch of pieces, there's a bunch of weight. The battery's not great. Like this is the opposite of all that. So pros and cons. But for how it was designed, absolutely, I think it's a 4. I mean, could it be a 5? Yeah, the 2025 model is probably a 5, right? So solid. And I mean, and look at the picture. The picture is crystal clear.
Picture was good. And again, I'm showing you guys the best possible setup for being able to show you the picture on GoPro. So hopefully it came out decent. But yeah, we don't have screen recording capability with it, so we can't show that. So performance-wise, I would say overall good, except the glare issue, which is commonplace on all Aqua Vu models, unless you are inside of a setup like this,
which is normal.
Or
I mean,
a
that's
shelter.
Probably half people that really ice fish, or people that are going to pay up for something like this, are probably in a shelter.
They're in a shelter.
It could be a non-issue for you entirely.
So if you're in a shelter, it's amazing. If you're running and gunning, it's not great. Basically, you find yourself this close to the screen. You're like
around
on the screen trying to block all sunlight just to see something with the backlight all the way up. That said, it turns on really fast. It is easy to drop that camera down. Camera reeling up and down is set up really well. It holds up good. And I haven't had any issues, glitches, or anything. And I've been beating this up for a couple days now. So again, it's not a long-term review. This is just first couple of three ice fish outings that I've had this out on. Used it the whole day.
You got a good perspective.
Yep. Got a good idea of how it performs, and I would say it performs really well, so I'd give it another 4 out of 5.
Yep. And I think a lot of you got to remember it's how it was intended to be fished and designed. So that's what this category is like, it's intended for this, not how it does everything. So for what it was intended for, I think they nailed it.
Durability wise, I broke it out of the box, so it immediately loses 1 star there. Other than that, it's been pretty rock solid. I think this is gonna hold up pretty dang well. This is protected pretty dang good. Sensors hold up. I've dropped them. I've knocked them into stuff. I've had it bounce around my sled. This one has been hanging. As you can see like this, there's actually a recessed spot that you can put that into, but it doesn't fit as well with this wire piece there. So it's just been hanging there, knocking into everything, and it's still okay. It's still working just fine. So, you know, we're mean to stuff. It is what it is. It's kind of
the whole point.
Kind of part of what we need to do to give a better review. But I say durability right now, in my opinion, pretty good. I'll give it a 4 out of 5, mainly because the one insert that's right there, that should have been better glued in the factory. It should not have been, I shouldn't have needed to fix it out of the box. So that's my one big knock for it. Other than that, solid. Overall value, gotta knock it because it's 300 bucks, but you gotta keep in mind it's a camera, right? So like cameras aren't cheap, period. So real quick, doing some brief research online, there's gonna be always an Amazon version of this, right? There's something you can get for 100, 120 bucks. We have gotten those cameras. We have not had a good time with those cameras. No. I've had many issues.
I've had unfun with those cameras.
Yeah. Paul used one. I used it for a video, and then I gave it to Paul. Paul used it a couple times out on the ice, out on the water. Did not enjoy. So I'll just say I can't advocate for him. If you've had it and you love it, awesome. I'm going to say no way. The next closest, Aqua Vu actually makes a model called the Stealth, which gets you down potentially under 200 bucks. Might be a slightly smaller screen, more like 4.5 inches. And then we have this one, which is actually on sale right now at Cabela's for $250, maybe consistently on sale on a few different spots. And then the next closest competitor there that we found would be the Markham Recon 5, which I can just post a picture on screen actually right here. So there's a Recon 5 right there, which is very similarly priced. $299 base, like MSRP. You can find it on sale for $250 on Shields right now, or a couple different outdoor websites, and then you just pay shipping, whatever. So that's an option too. With that one, I think it has like a decent case. Mounting options aren't going to be the same. It's more of like a run and gun kind of camera, right?
Standalone.
Looking at that. So I like the options that we have with the Aqua Vu a little bit over that. So overall value, 4 out of 5 stars.
3 or 4, yeah. I mean, I think
if we go price wise, it's 300 bucks MSRP. If you're basing it off the MSRP, we could say 3 out of 5. If it's consistently on sale for $250,
it's older,
I'd give it like a 4 out of 5. Yeah. I would love to see it at the $200 price point, but it's Aqua Vu, man. They make products like this built for those price points. So let's go 3 out of 5 on that.
Which 3 is good, just to be clear. 3 is like good, not bad. Yeah. 4 is like, dang, that's good. 5 is like, if you don't have one, you lost money.
Overall score on this thing, we'll give it an 18 out of 25. It's about 72%.
It's pretty dang good.
Which is pretty good. So, I mean, if you're in the market for a micro camera, you want to try something neat and different, definitely check that out. You can see us kind of fishing around with this throughout this video. We probably showed some clips of that. We took a little time to find your jig and look at the fish that looked at it and ran away. So if you want to feel really bad about how you're fishing,
guess what? I'm not that good.
This or live scope, like great ways to find out how bad you are. So it can help you quickly solve some problems. We think there's definitely some value there, and if you're in the market for a micro camera like that, that's ultra light, that you could throw on your kayak or use for ice fishing like we're using today, boom, there it is, check that out, then that is a good option. Buy it or don't, that is our rule.
It's all good always. Either way, don't care.
We don't care if you buy it. There is no affiliate link. There is no discount. We've been sitting on this fish
did I lose him?
This entire video.
Did I lose him?
You lost him.
I think I lost him.
Man, we could have finished the video with a catch. Why'd you do that?
Well, yeah.
Well, all right. Anyways, we got to get back to actually fishing. Well, I do. Paul's been fishing this entire review.
No.
Gosh dang it.
No.
If you want to see how we rig this up to our kayak, stay tuned. We're obviously on the ice right now, so we can't do that, but...
No, we could, but it would not be very valuable.
It wouldn't be very valuable. We'd have to cut out a lot of ice.
Experience, 0.
Be subscribed so you can see when that video drops, and then smash a like on this video as well. We appreciate you guys so much for watching, and we're going to go ice fishing now. Here we go. You guys, we did it. I was scouting, and I found one. Oh my gosh. Such a good fight, too. That was on the ultralight. Look at it. Dude, well, pushing a 2. He's trying to be a 2-pounder. Look at this chunky little guy. Awesome. Yes. We did it. We did something. Got him. Finally got a fish.
There you go.
Oh, biggest bluegill of the day for me. Maybe for us. Got him. There we go. Yo, I'm on him. Wow. You wrapped my sonar. He got a bass. Yeah. There we go. Look at him. He's cheesy. He stole my bluegill there, but can you see? No. You did it. Bro. They were just sitting on the rink over there. What the heck?
Fish came in on the drop.
I can try the jig real quick.
Give it a shot.
Come on.
Keep going.
There's a little green moving. No, that's moving. See that chunk of green there? They're there. They're on me. They're on me.
Yep. There's a good one coming. That's from the side.
There we go.
See?
Got him on the jig. Oh, that's decent,
yeah.
dude. Look at that pole.
Yeah.
Look at that pole. Come on. It's gotta be a decent bluegill or something, man. Oh, I got ice on my guides.
I got you.
Oh, dude, yoinking it. It is in the gullet, baby.
Oh no, you're good.
Sorry, I stole your fish.
No, it's good. That's
My
exactly,
bad. That was a lot of holes we dug. Look at them all. Swiss cheese this ice, baby.
It was a lot better when it wasn't cutting my feet.
You know what?
Now that I think about it.
Augers are more enjoyable when they don't slice your feet open.
Shocker.
And send you to the hospital. So,
Yep.
Paul's back in action. It's only a week later since the incident.
I am Wolverine.
Sort of. He heals faster than you.
Not
a lot.
barely.
Yeah, I wish you had those powers.
Yeah, so do I. We'd be
Right
a lot
back to
faster.
it.
Back into the videos.
So we had fun fishing out today. We got a chance to do a quick review on the Aqua Vu, little Revolution Micro HD, the 5-incher screen.
Pretty fun.
That thing right there, that was pretty cool. I got a chance to use my black pack as an ice fishing setup. That was pretty neat. I liked it a lot.
We didn't get a chance to use the first aid kit, thankfully.
Didn't need it.
But it was here. And then we
there.
had our setup. So we got a chance to use the shelter, which is great. We got the big sleds, which I didn't want to do, but was totally worth it. Got the auger out. We drained 2 batteries. Good job, us. And I think all the setups that we used to have are still valid. I actually started putting my bucket in a crate, which I really like.
Ooh, so it doesn't slide around or fall.
Exactly. And then the other thing too is if I needed a separate storage space, like I could get one. Like, so I have like 5 fish in there, 6 fish in there.
Yep.
But we could have done more.
Hey, look, we caught some fish to eat.
Which is great. My son's going to be hyped on that.
You know, we're back in action on the ice. We won't get many more days. We'll probably get like 1 or 2 more shots at this.
And a day is like a week. So like
yeah.
to be clear, like we can't fish till next weekend, which means every day is like another week. So yeah,
some people fish a lot.
We get
don't.
1 or 2 more days probably in the season. Our over under though in the live show, everybody said we said 3 was the line, and we're
said 3
exactly, and I said 1 because I win. So Jeff takes the W on that one, and hopefully I'd love to be extremely wrong and get another 2 or 3 weeks of ice fishing in.
So we'll see. We're going to try a different spot. Next time we go out, we'll probably go back to the lake so you can get real redemption, because that lake and the auger
I probably
put
dug
you down.
10 or 15 holes.
So today, dug a bunch. You're back at it. You're over your problems with the auger.
There's a little fear there, though. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I look at the old girl a little different. She starts rattling. I'm like, back it up. Like, I don't want to deal with that.
But now you're taking it easy, so we're good.
A little PTSD, but we got the holes dug and we're in.
All right, awesome. Well, thanks for watching this video, guys. Make sure you subscribe so you can see when we put that thing on a kayak. That's gonna be cool. And when that thing goes back to being in a kayak, because we'll have open water and it'll be awesome again. All right, you guys, we gotta go. Paul, get.
With both my feet?
Yes.
Normally?
Yep.
Got it.
Preferably. Bye.